TankUR is debatably one of the best players in Roblox Bedwars. Or is it maybe Mini Bloxia? Or maybe it's one of the millions of players that play ranked? Or is it even you? Well, let's solve this mystery that has been haunting Bedwars for over 2 years. I'll be ranking everyone into 3 different categories. One of them will be PvP, the other one will be building, and the last one will be IQ, which brings the total to 30 points. So let's rate the one and only Mini Bloxia. Mini Bloxia's PvP is cracked. He's okay at the sword, but he is the bow master. Well, that's what the community calls him. Mini Bloxia's PvP is a 9, and the only reason he's not a 10 is because recently he's been making roleplay content. Back in the good old days, he would actually make PvP's type of content, but now it's whatever this is. Although his building is pretty good though, it is a 9, and his IQ is an 8 because he's just overall a pretty smart guy, if you're just looking at the numbers. And his 2 girlfriends. Which brings his total to 27. But will TankUR be good enough to beat him? Unless somebody else takes his position. Someone much better. And this man's name is Frito. He was the very first person to have a 1,000 win streak. He is also a leader of a very big Bedwars clan. And he's made thousands of dollars of just playing this game. So who is this man? And this is Frito right here, who has over 10,000 wins. And yeah, he does look like this. I don't know why, okay? But if you ever see this man in your lobby, just run from him. He will destroy you. So his PvP obviously has to be a 10. I don't know much about his building, but I'ma guess it's just a 9. And his IQ is an 8. And his attractive scale is maybe 100 out of 10. Which brings his score to 120 out of 30. I'm just playing, so his total score is a 28 out of 30. But damn! I think TankUR is going to have a bit more competition now. But boys, the next person that I'm going to be rating is super controversial, because there has been multiple allegations that he's racist, there's a lot of harassment, and overall is just a toxic person. And this creator is named Mylon. Mylon debatably might be one of the best players. He's been playing ranked since it came out, and he's always been nightmare. He's defeated hackers, he's done everything, including beating Mini Bloxia. So I'll give his PvP a 10. His building is alright, I'll give it an 8. But his IQ is where it's about to hit. His IQ is probably a 6. He doesn't always make the smartest game decision choices, and he also is apparently racist and toxic, which I don't think is smart for anyone to do. So Mylon's total score is 24. But if you guys thought Frito was the best player, I'm gonna have to stop you right there, because Alan is Greasy might take his spot. Alan is Greasy is the smartest player on Roblox Bedwars. He's always been at Nightmare rank forever, but here's the super cool thing about him. He is so good that he gets to play with TankUR all the time. I mean, TankUR is one of the biggest YouTubers ever, and you're so good at the game that you're allowed to play with him. So if you guys didn't have Alan is Greasy on your top chart, you guys aren't going in the right direction, because Alan's PvP is probably a 10. His building is an 8, but for being the smartest player on Bedwars, he has to have a 10 for IQ. But the crazy thing is, his score tied with Frito. But who knows, maybe TankUR will be his own squad member. But now we are going to review the fastest clicker on Roblox Bedwars, DigK. DigK has posted multiple videos about the CPS and how he's reached over 1,000. I'm pretty sure he has every single good mouse there is. The videos of him trying have blown up, and he's known for being the CPS god. So I'm gonna give his PvP a 9. His building obviously has to be a 10 because he's just so good at it, and I'm going to give him an 8 for his IQ. So in total for the CPS god, his total is a 27 out of 30. But the reason his score isn't higher is because he's barely been posting recently. He's probably taking a break from this game. This next person is for sure going to take the #1 spot though, and it's Moonfall X. I mean, I've played Moonfall X in a 1v1, and you guys cannot doubt her. I'm telling y'all, she is actually cracked. And I mean, just look at her, bro. Just by her looks, I can tell you that she's probably the best player on Roblox Bedwars. But some of you might be surprised, and Moonfall X's PvP is a 8. She learned a lot from Rainway, and she low-key can hit some combos. And she do got the little cranking builds too. I'll give her a 9 for building, because she honestly is skilled at that. But guys, sadly, her IQ has got to be a 4. I mean, when you got handsome fellows like me chasing you, and you choose Rainway over people like this, I mean, like, come on, just think properly. Alright, be honest, how cute does he look? How cute does he look? You guys want to see how Rainway looks like? He looks like this! I look way better than this man. But Moonfall's total score has got to be a 30 out of 30. I mean, her final score is a 20 out of 30. I'm not tripping at all. Now, this next person is seen to be the best mobile player in all of Bedwars, and his name is Type. Type owns the biggest clan on Roblox Bedwars. Bigger than Minnie's clan and way bigger than G-Dog's clan. And it's not even close. Just take a look at today's leaderboards. It's literally just Type players. He's also beaten multiple YouTubers a lot of times. And he's known by everyone to be the best mobile player. So I'll give a guy that plays on a crusty phone a 9 for PvP. I mean, he's nightmare, dude. That is absolutely crazy. Type also has the most popular block clutch on Roblox Bedwars YouTube, which automatically makes him a good builder. Y'all mobile players also got that auto bridge thing, so I know you guys are crazy at building. So his building gets a 10, but his IQ, I must say, is an 8, because apparently he's done some harassment and doxing in the past, which I don't think is smart at all. So for the best mobile player currently alive, his score is a 27 out of 30. Yo, PC players, we gotta start watching out for these mobile players. They are becoming good. Now currently there are lots of roleplay YouTubers, but there is one that is actually insane at the game, and I don't know why more people don't talk about him. And this man's name is Chex, probably the most controversial YouTuber on Roblox Bedwars right now. But when you get down to the facts, he is amazing at the game. He's defeated many YouTubers, and back then a year ago, he was probably the best player on the internet. He currently plays against lots of pros and is still doing pretty well. So I'm gonna give this man's PvP a good 9. He faces a lot of good players, and he knows how to hit his shots. But his building is a 10 out of 10. I think he is the fastest clicker on Bedwars, probably tied with Dig K. This guy literally clicks at the speed of light without even trying. And his IQ is surprisingly an 8. I know he's done a lot of bad things in the past, but this man got the #2 Bedwars song. And unlike most of the other people, he actually is a really smart player. So his total score is a 26. But now let's go on to the person you guys have all been waiting for, TankUR. TankUR is the biggest YouTuber on Roblox Bedwars, with him accumulating around 80 grand a month. And is all this hype about him being the best true? Well, let's find out. TankUR is currently a nightmare and plays against some crazy tryhards. And TankUR has pulled some of the craziest clips ever made on YouTube. But let's not forget why TankUR is one of the best players. Number 1 is the fact that he gave Bedwars its rise in fame. And number 2 is the fact that he has invented almost every single strategy inside of Roblox Bedwars. He's changed crosshairs. He created the one-tap method. He's found out super OP combos. He's done literally everything. So I'm gonna have to give his PvP a good 10. I don't think I've seen a single TankUR video with him dying in a PvP fight. And he's also risen and trained the best players that are all on this list. So I'm gonna give TankUR a building a 9. I'm pretty sure he invented some ways to even click in Bedwars. And finally, to decide if TankUR is the best player, his IQ. Like I said before, TankUR has literally invented half of this game. So I'm going to have to give TankUR an IQ of 10, and that brings his score to a total of 29 out of 30. And TankUR is officially the best player on Roblox Bedwars.